You don't fucking know what it's like to run a podcast. I got fucking 2 Fujifilm XTF4s and I'm fucking adjusting the goddamn fucking exposure on it.
Now say I'm the podcast boss.
I'm the fucking podcast boss. You don't even fucking know that.
Okay, we're getting started there.
Okay,
all
cool.
due respect.
Yeah, cool.
With all due fucking respect, you know?
Forgot how to start, but
Whoa,
I know a great thing when I see one. Which
Oh, I appreciate
you
that.
two gentlemen undoubtedly are. Rob, Austin.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me. Austin to this side, Rob to this side.
It's a little different, right? Because for the jam, do we not mention? Do we not
We can mention
cross-plat?
it. It's okay. We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
played music. We
Do some
just
cross plugs.
We just did a little musical session.
Gonna insert a clip here. 5 seconds.
I can't.
He does not like that when you do
No,
that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The last part I made him do, he made me give like a number of how many times I was allowed to do it.
Edit requests.
Yeah.
It's good to make it feel like sacred still. Like you want to obviously protect it if possible.
Yeah.
But thanks for being on. It's been a long time since I had a
Yeah,
guest.
of course.
I might not know what to say.
Oh, likewise, you know, those cameras come out, the lights come on, the mic goes on. You were talking beforehand, you hit
Yeah.
record, and then it's
Yeah, I fear I said all I have to say before we started
yeah,
filming.
it's like, all right, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
We hit classic podcast tropes, the cocaine 80s.
Yep.
Yes.
We did impressions, a number of impressions.
That was a good one.
Yep.
Your Gandolfini's coming along, by the way.
I've been working on it. I've been watching more Sopranos and little intricacies of how he talks, I guess.
I just got the worst urge to start watching. I think anytime after Halloween, I just feel like I have to get back into Sopranos.
Well, it's
Yeah.
cold out, It's like gloomy out. Most of the show takes place not in the summer. Like the early seasons, I feel
True.
like are nice weather, and then as it gets on, it gets darker and colder. Like every episode.
It's hard to look mafioso in summer clothes. I think that's why,
That's got to be
Like,
part of
yeah.
it.
He's got the bowling shirt though. He wears like
yeah,
bowling
yeah,
shirts,
yeah, true.
That's certainly got to be part of it. I'm going to ask you guys about a few things today, one of which, of course, is music, because we did just play in a band formation, like you both just said. And then I want to ask some money questions, too.
Okay.
Ask you about money a little bit. I want to start talking about money more on the channel. And it doesn't have to be anything too intense, obviously. Like, show us your current bank balance would be a toughie, but we're going to find some things to talk about.
I'll do it. No.
Anything? Does anything
You're asking two musicians about money right
Yeah,
now. I just
yeah,
want to let
yeah,
you know
yeah.
this. 2 musicians about financial advice. I just preface it, okay? Big asterisk.
There you go. It's kind of funny in that respect.
My guy, I don't have that much money in that account, but I can utilize an Apollo X4, an interface that's like, what, $1,200? I'm like, I can, music gear.
You say it's like asking a grave digger about like master's level psychology.
Yeah, or like,
It's this is
thermal.
not-
Actually, they have a lot of time to ponder. They might be really good at.
Yeah,
like,
they're pontificating
Actually, that would be
and digging.
philosophy, not psychology. Yeah.
Philosophy
true.
would have been
So,
better though
yeah,
for the
yeah.
grave digger. Yeah, in another life.
Yeah.
I'll
To
get there in
dig or
another
not to
life.
dig.
What comes to mind though when I even bring up money? Like what do you feel?
Stress.
Yeah, just oncoming
Well, I mean-
doom. You're trying to, monetize music, which is a very easy thing to do nowadays with a very saturated market of industry plants and TikTok trends, which you have to lean into sometimes.
They're still doing industry plants. That's good. That's still popular.
Oh yeah, it's good. You need a healthy amount of them,
Crafting artists. You're saying it's a little stress though.
Yeah, I mean, just because, I just bought the house, like, not too recently, but, like, we're doing renovations, and it's like, siding and windows is, like, a killer, and there's still, like, so much more that we have to do, like. So now the outside looks okay, but it's the inside we got to fix up, and still that's going to be a lot of coin.
Windows
It'll
are
take a while.
very surprisingly expensive. I did not know that.
Yeah,
well,
man.
not owning a
Oh
house
my
yet,
God.
obviously, but like
it's wild. It's
It's good you did the outside first. Helps the neighbors out.
absolutely, yeah.
And it gives you a little something sweet to look at.
Yeah, it is a little like, though, like I come home and I'm like, oh wow, look, it looks nice, and I go inside, I'm like, ooh.
yeah, it looks nice for the neighbors, but they're not.
Yeah,
in your
yeah,
house,
yeah, exactly.
You're the one that's like, oh, the shower doesn't
I'm
work
out there
right.
like, hey neighbor. He's like, oh, can we come in? Like, ooh, slow down.
Like music though,
I mean,
it's
who,
like
who invites themselves in? Nobody does that.
it's that's
Like,
tough. In
Not
my
even
day.
vampires. You
You
have to
time
fight
travel.
that.
Yeah.
They don't even bother.
1950s, but it's like having a nice guitar, but you can't play it too. It's like if the outside of your house looks good, it's like, well, you put on a good
So
show.
I got this nice guitar, but I couldn't afford an amp.
Yeah, or I can't take it out of its case. It'll be dehumidified. It'll be
Yeah. It'd be worthless.
worthless.
Austin, you said you didn't have a house set, but you did just have a guitar break due to
Yes, I did.
dehumidification,
Yes.
which is a tough life lesson.
Little did I know, the nicer of the guitar you buy, sometimes the wood's a little more brittle. I didn't know this because I had a Taylor acoustic. I believe it's spruce, which I guess is a very malleable wood. So I leave it out of its case all the time. My room doesn't get too cold, but I guess it was enough for this new guitar that I bought, which is Madagascar ebony, I think, or something ridiculous. Like,
Say
it sounds
Brazilian
beautiful.
rainforest
Yeah,
wood.
it's so nice. But I guess it was brittle enough and changing the temperature enough to have like a bunch of hairline cracks on the front and back that I had to go get repaired, which I had to get like a thin piece of wood to splice in the crack. So it's like future proof so it doesn't happen again, because they could have glued it shut, but they're like, we're going to do this whole thing. I was like, okay. I mean,
Did you notice it just by looking at it, or could you tell when you
I didn't even notice. I brought
okay.
it to get something else done because part of
Right, I
the
remember
nut
you
of
said
my
that,
guitar
yeah,
chipped and the strings didn't fit.
You're getting like trim carpentry done on your guitar.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Thing is going to be as expensive as a friggin' house.
Oh yeah, it was not a fun repair price wise. I was not very happy about that. But
Rob, you mentioned the house. I think you did not own a house last time you were on the podcast. Is that right? Did you just get it?
No, I did
perhaps?
not. Yeah.
Boy.
Owned a condo.
You said
but
the
not
house, like everyone knows.
Yeah, it's
like,
the house.
we should have done a whole episode just breaking down.
Yeah.
well, that's the thing with long friends. It's a long time. It's like, what has happened since? You're like, not much. Not much has happened. But like, you've lost a dog. You've had 2 new partners like in between. You're like, oh, so many stuff has happened. But like, right back to basics.
You just try to forget about that stuff.
Yeah, you just push it off. You're like, nothing, man. How about you? Nothing.
You can find different ways to talk about it too. Like you say, like, oh, I just picked up a house. People talk about
True.
picking something up casually.
Yeah.
I grabbed the house. The market was
Just
open.
came
I was on my way back
you
from
know.
Jewel. I picked up a house. You had to pick one up.
But I think the reason why I say the house is because for the longest time I would say the house referencing my parents' house. Like, and then now that it's like my own house, I think I'm trying to like
Su casa.
like just,
Mi casa.
the
Mi
house,
casa.
or I should just say my house, yeah. It's actually the house that my grandmother lived in. So I think
cool.
that's why too, yeah.
That's cool.
It's the house, yeah. Wait, actually, I want to talk about, so I remember being a kid and seeing these guys climb up onto the fence, onto the porch to jump my cousin.
Oh, Jesus.
They like beat the shit out of him. And then I was like, oh, well, moving here and like it should be way better, right? This past summer, somebody was being impatient because the ambulance was blocking the street and they shot into the back of the ambulance 5 times. And then just yesterday, somebody, like I'm pretty sure right outside our house in the alley, shot 2 shots off.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it was just weird. It seems like
How many?
I feel so old because I'm like probably just some kids having fun,
Right.
Like
You are a
shooting up
lifelong
in the air.
Chicagoan, so like your meter for like what you should accept is like totally
But
different.
I think it's interesting though because when I lived in Portage Park, like we would hear of people shooting around the area, like closer to the actual park, even though like we're pretty close to
heroin, or guns. Shooting.
like all 3. But
Just some
like,
fun, some casual fun.
No, but like I would hear sometimes like cops chasing somebody like in their car, like helicopters, but no gunshots, right? Even like I feel like when I lived with my parents, I didn't really hear gunshots, and it's just crazy that now I'm living in Logan Square where it should be a more gentrified, area, and twice already in the past 8 months that I've lived there, I've heard gunshots go off. So I think it's very interesting.
I was talking about money earlier, so hopefully it's at least keeping the property taxes down a little bit in Logan
Yeah,
Square.
yeah.
Rob's like, all these
Jesus
people are
Christ.
firing guns. He's going outside with blanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside every week and like just yeah.
That's a comedian's joke, isn't it? Someone going outside to like.
It has
That has to
Keep
be.
it
There's
has
no
to be,
way.
yeah.
There's no way.
If not, it is now. Just happened.
Yeah.
But it's cool. You live in your grandparent
Yeah.
house. It's like a multi-generational Chicago thing. It's special.
Yeah, it is, and it's still at the point where it's kind of like I'm like, damn, I'm in my grandparents' house, like not from the outside anymore, but the inside, I'm still like, whew. I like they have all these like weird like teacups and like just
Oh, there's stuff there
like
too.
yeah,
there's
it's
trinkets.
So funny.
There's
So,
trinkets involved.
Yeah, it's really wild, man. A lot of like weird glassware, looks like Victorian-esque, but it's like clearly just some cheap like sort of to make it look fancy. But I'm like, what the hell did they use all this shit for? It's like there's no way they used all of it.
It's peacocking.
And like yeah. But it's like,
Look at all this glass we have. Look at the amount of stuff we can break in this house. It's so fragile. You
look
can't
at
even
how
walk.
shiny it
Yeah.
is.
Barracuda activities.
I like cups and stuff though because
For
that's
sure.
something that's like timeless. You drink from the same vessel, right?
True.
Over
But
time.
they have like this one cup. It's like this Spanish like radio station, La Ley. It's like
La
why
Ley.
the fuck do they have that?
I like that.
It's like in pristine condition too. I'm like, did they think this would be a collector's item or something? Like what?
Maybe it's new at like
107.9.
yeah, right. But you found some drinkware, no Madagascarian guitar necks or
Not
anything
yet.
laying
Yeah,
around?
yeah, no.
Okay, that's
You just got to look a little harder under the floorboard, maybe. You might find it.
Yeah. What's actually funny is that, like, for some reason, my family, like, collected a lot of, like, sticks, basically. Like,
I'm listening.
broom handles,
Yeah.
like, really short, clearly broom handles that, like, screw into, like, a mop top or something. And they're just, like, there in a bucket. And I always
Oh,
joke, I'm
dude.
like, this is for defense. You know, you just hear something, you grab a few sticks, like... If they take it from you, worst thing, you just get beat with some sticks. You know, you're not gonna get shot or
It's like,
stabbed.
Rob, grab one of the sticks. Someone's shooting outside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, you can grab the stick.
That is such an old house thing. I have multiple cylindrical rods too.
Yeah,
Like just basically what are branches? Glorified tree branches.
There's a few stool like legs.
You got to get
there,
the
too,
baseball
you know?
bat with the sock on top of it. That's like the...
I'm taking
You
it.
get-
Yeah. Well, because
Wait,
you get
the sock,
like...
wait.
It's like a reload almost. You get a really long sock and you put it on a baseball bat. So if you hit someone, they try to grab it out of your hands. You can rip it out of the sock and fucking
That
hit it again.
is genius.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What if you just put Vaseline on the bat all over the bat?
Well, it might be too slippery. It won't cause enough
You're
friction,
right,
you know?
yeah.
I thought it was so you could like beat someone without leaving bruises. Or something.
No, that's like a phone book because I guess it's a higher surface area.
That's funny.
I did the Tony Soprano impression in the beginning. I'm fucking doing the sock thing, but no,
Just
it's like the
just slide
reload.
right into
It's
it.
like how you gonna grab it, you know? It's the reload.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's
I might
really
actually
good.
do that in my house.
I
that's
have a
great.
sock
That's
of- yeah.
All the shots
You
got
do?
going.
You
Yeah,
do?
yeah, it's in my
Oh my
room.
Awesome.
Not that I
Nice.
live in Park Ridge. It's not really that bad of a neighborhood, but you know.
So
what you're thinking of.
for a while, you know, so we got the house, and then I think, you know, 4 months after that, I was on summer break, and so I got used to like all the creaks and like sounds of the house. But at first, you know, because right now we're in the basement because that we just think it's easier to live there while we fix everything else up. And I remember being in the basement, just being like, "What the fuck? Someone's on the second floor," and you know, and being all scared and like grabbing like whatever weapons I could find, like a chain with a lock or some crazy shit, or
That
this
bike
old beat up like hammer hatchet that like is not sharp at all. And I'm just like, and then be like, oh, it's nothing, or you know, it was like a car driving by and it just kind of went over the speed bump kind of hard, and
And you throw a hatchet through your window. Right?
Must have been the wind.
yeah.
Go back down like an NPC in like an RPG stealth game, you know? We're like, what's that? Must have been the wind. That's you in the basement. That's funny.
So now I'm just like, damn, somebody is gonna break in one day. I'm just gonna be like, it's just the creaks of the house. You know, someone's running through the house. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's fine.
Just rhythmic footsteps that the house casually does and whispers to your, you know, colleague that's also robbing the house.
ties
No
you
one's
up
probably
and,
here.
yeah, gags you.
I'm pretty sure if you're a thief, they're not colleagues. I think they have to be
Yeah.
co-conspirators. There should be
Accomplices, yeah.
a different word.
I said colleagues like it's a...
I like that. You're classing up
No, I
the
bet
cat burglary
I bet
profession.
serious thieves say they're colleagues. You know.
How about this?
But
You
then-
have to steal more than like 10 G's on a
Yes.
job to be considered
Yeah,
a colleague.
yeah.
Like there should be
I
a
like that. I
mandatory
like that.
minimum.
Because there's definitely
purse.
some thought involved with this heist. You know, there's a lot of like, there'll be a distraction and there'll be like, tame the security, you know, measurement. You know, it's something.
Yeah, yeah.
There's more thought, not just like, look at this house. This looks like a house we could break into. We're broken into the house. Maybe someone's home.
I just thought of the phrases. What is it? No honor among thieves, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then thick as thieves.
Pick a lane.
One.
Yeah,
like,
pick a
come
lane.
on. Like, right? What is that? Well, going back to how I said about the '80s, like how people say you could commit any crime and get away with it, right?
Pre-podcast.
Pre-podcasting. Yeah, just like talking about how like it's funny how the mob, they're like, you know, you never rat on your friends, right? And then what's the first thing they do when they're about to go to life in prison? You know, prison for life. That they rat everybody out. And I think it's so funny that they're like, oh, we're a family, and they're all egomaniacs. They're all narcissists, and of course they're gonna turn on each other if they get in trouble. you
Just
know?
bound to happen. It's a ticking time bomb. The colleague thing
So-
might help though. If they start referring to each other as colleagues.
Yeah, if there's more
that
like-
might
Yeah,
class
yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
and
There's like
don't
an
have
HR department now, and there's, you know, health benefits and insurance. You know, maybe there's slightly more respect between...
They do that with the word rat to make
Rat.
you feel like an animal you don't want to become. Like
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it
yeah,
like
yeah.
tattling. Like those grown Italian men don't.
Not even
oh, you-
snitch, right?
You better not
Yeah.
tattle.
Yeah.
Vinny's telling. It's like, oh,
Telling.
yeah, telling. Well, because that was the thing in my school. What's the difference between telling and tattling? You know, that was
was
the
the
big
thing?
thing. Yeah. Because people would
Oh,
tell all the time or
interesting,
tattle
right.
all the time. You don't want a tattletale, but you want someone who's telling on someone. You know, because they want to enforce you ratting out your buddies, but not if it's like nothing and you're making it
Yeah.
up. You know.
He stuck his tongue out at me.
Yeah.
Stop wasting my time, kid. Come on.
Come on. I got more pressing matters. There's gum and Isabel's hair right now. We got to get this out of here.
My favorite thing to say is like what happened? Nobody's getting hurt. No one's in danger. They didn't put their hands on you. That's a tattle. 3 strikes, that's a tattle.
Yeah.
I don't say that part, but it's like
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah. It's like, what's the
yeah.
difference? We had like poster boards that said the difference between. I'm dead serious. This was like elementary school. This is like a vague memory that you brought back up.
That's funny.
You're unearthing it, Rob, enough.
I should do that in my gym. Just
Yeah.
put up those signs everywhere. Yeah.
Maybe that's the answer.
Telltale signs of a tattle.
That's
So I'm
a
gonna put-
that's a good one.
You should talk to the mafia though and see if you can build some sort of partnership. Maybe this is the solution to their problem. You start training
I'll
people
bring some
young.
synergy.
Yeah,
Not
to
to tattle.
to the mob.
synergy. It's like a team building exercise. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
trust Vito? And he's like, I don't know if I
why
trust
did you
Vito.
call Vinny a rat?
Yeah, he doing trust falls with
He
him.
stuck his tongue out at me. He's like,
You could develop some PE games though, where they like mock slit each other's throats as children
true.
for
Yeah.
tattling and becoming rats.
Do almost real life cops and robbers. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah. But then they can
It would
pistol
be-
whip each other.
yeah.
Well, it would be
they-
Nerf guns.
Okay.
pistol.
So it
pistol
still hurt.
It
You're
still
not
hurt.
gonna-
It's plastic, not
Not
heavy.
gonna put anybody in the hospital.
Yeah.
Speaking of putting people in the hospital, Austin, what compelled you to have a baseball bat with a sock in your room? Was there like a moment where you're like, okay, I need to level
Well, I
up?
had a baseball bat in my room just because I've gotten it over the years, and then I think I saw somewhere online where someone put a sock over a baseball bat, and I was like, it's not a bad idea. And I had one pair of a sock that was mismatched, and I could not find the other one. I'm like, well, I'm not using this sock anyways.
Okay,
so I
that's
just
great.
slid it
That's
over the
great.
bat, and I was like, okay, there we go. And
Do you know why that person did it that you saw? Like, why did they put the sock? Is it for that reason?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think it was
okay.
like a video from, I think actually Chicago, funny enough, was talking about all the
That's
crime
funny.
rate. He's like, okay, this is what I do. And it was some guy showing like his technique.
See, and they say TikTok is making us stupid, soft, and weak.
It's making us
You're getting-
safe, agitated,
Is the
paranoid,
TikTok plug.
and creative. It's making us creative too.
This is the TikTok highlight. Yes, I'm pulling this out. AI, pull this clip. TikTok, baseball bat, keywords. Chicago, self-defense.
Well, it makes me think of an actual baseball, right? Don't they? I think I'm being crazy
They don't
now.
use
but for
socks
some
on
reason-
No, they put
'cause,
donuts.
they put to make it weighted, right?
Yeah.
For when they okay, never mind. But like in golf, right? Don't they put socks on their clubs?
Oh, they put
inside so they don't like.
Yeah, they don't break. So you don't ding it up, I guess,
Yeah.
because the wind resistance, as if it really makes that much of a difference to someone who's not like Tiger Woods or anything else like that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love golf. I love like the technology all the golf clubs have, because I would occasionally go to the driving range and like every sign is like infinite aerospace technology. Hit the ball 2.6% farther, and it's like,
That's fun.
you don't.
Yeah.
Why do you? It's just old rich guy shit. So I mean, honestly.
What's his name? The Australian comedian.
Steve Irwin.
Aussie Magoo.
That's it. No, I'm kidding.
Aussie Magoo.
No, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, but he has a funny joke
Brand?
about
No,
like.
he's English.
No.
Oh.
Jim Jeffries.
Yes.
He's
There
you go.
Australian.
That was
I just
a
wanted to-
nice, yeah.
He has a joke about like golf, and he's like, "How did they even pitch this? You know, like it sounds terrible when you talk about it. You know about." And I'm not gonna do it justice, so I'm not gonna bother saying it, but it was pretty funny. And that brings me to like, do you all like golf, or like? I have been intrigued, but like interested in like wanting to actually play golf, and I think again it's part of me feeling like I'm getting older, and I'm like just starting to appreciate these
This
things
is
that as a
very
young
relevant.
kid, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to adopt a money mindset. I want to be wealthy. So yes, of course.
Wealthy people
I'm
play golf.
constantly thinking about playing
Most
golf.
deals are made on the golf course, right? Because that's
True.
where you're most personable,
yeah.
and you're like, we all suck at this, or you're good at it.
right.
You're supposed to make deals on the course, because if the deal goes bad, you can go to hit someone with your golf club. They try to stop it. They grab that
got the
sock.
sock.
They rip that shit out. That's why they have the socks on the golf clubs.
You get the reload again. We're going back to the reload time.
It's because you can make your deal a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah, they know.
Or
That's
hard
the
to
truth.
say
It's like,
no
if this
to.
goes bad, I'm going to take a club to the back of the head, and I'm going to try to grab the club. I'm going to grab a sock, and I'm going to get hit again.
That's why they wait till they putt to actually try to close the deal, right?
Exactly,
Deny
exactly.
or accept, yeah.
Because the thing's already off for the
You
putt.
don't want to
yeah.
get hit with a driver.
No.
Yeah.
I do love grass though, landscaping. I feel like it's
Oh, yeah.
calling my name. One day I'll find myself on a golf course.
I mean, it's already like two things right there. Yeah, finance and landscaping. It's like calling your name.
It's funny though. I don't know if I have the patience for golf though. You know, I think it'd be great. I would play golf like 18 holes where it's all just a 3-par, like 3-par courses. You know what I mean? Like where you could get to the green in one swing. You know what I mean?
they should
None of
open
this
some easy
5-par
courses.
like bullshit. What'd you say?
They should open easier courses.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
around specifically big cities like Chicago.
Well, they have
like,
mini golf.
Can you imagine how?
That's- you know, they should
hey,
just-
I was gonna say, can you imagine if like you could
you
go
have a driver at a mini
and
golf range, and you're fucking.
You could go and play specifically just from right outside the green, so you have to like wedge, and that's you just wedge and then putt. That's
Just
how
$1
you
million
extend it.
idea. Honestly, don't take the golf courses and like make them mini golf courses. Take the mini golf courses and just make them a little bigger, so
Slightly.
that they're just like golf
Yeah.
courses. Maybe like they could just
There's
buy
your
land
money-making
across the
scheme.
street, and like you said, chip it across the street once.
Yeah, just a parking lot, and then like, well, I guess they have Top Golf. And they
Top
have,
golf's kind of like that.
but it's also like a glorified driving range too. But there's like,
I thought it was a driving. Yeah,
Do people
you're
make
right.
deals at Top Golf or just like go on dates?
I think they get deals on good food and good prices. Sponsored by Top
Good
Golf.
food and prices.
The deals are what we offer.
Wait, but Top Golf is only driving, right?
It's a driving
Or
range,
like-
but there's like a bunch of holes in the ground that you get extra like. There's like ways you can play it. I've been there like twice.
Oh,
So it's like
yeah,
it's
I've never-
encouraging you not to smash the ball, but like that's what me
Right,
and everyone
okay.
else does every
Interesting.
other time. Anyways, no one's really
Right.
going for points. We're just because it tracks the ball and it's got like a cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, generated like image thing or like a, what's the word, like computer graphic following the ball and showing like distance, speed, like,
Honestly,
ball speed. It's really cool.
To me, that is like a great like PE game to do, like for PE teachers out there. Like in your gym, just have a bunch of different like little. Obviously, it's not going to be like a golf ball, but like a bunch of different holes, and like I think kids would get into that. Because if you tried to teach a kid to play golf now, they would be so fucking bored.
Well, it's like micro adjustments to a purely mechanical form thing. Like it's not like because like basketball, you've seen. I think it's Joakim Noah, but like his shot is like sideways.
Oh my
You know,
God,
as
yeah.
long as you get that ball in, it's fine. But over such a far distance and like
Right.
wind and like ball speed and spin and you know, you slightly move your hips too early, it goes slightly left. Like my one
Mm-hmm.
friend is helping me during the summer. I was doing like a driving range thing. I just wanted to try to get a golf shot down.
Cool.
Because my brother goes all the time. Both of my brothers go all the time. And I wanted to go with occasionally just to, you know, shoot the shit. And
Close some deals.
close some deals. We had to close some deals in the family department. You know, we had to make sure synergy's correct. But he was showing me how to do it. And he's like, all right, remember, there's like 12 steps. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know, it's like
12 steps.
put 60% of the weight on the front foot or the back foot. No, front foot. You know, this front foot doesn't move. Hips for it was just so much. I was like, I just want a Donkey Kong swing it. I just want to hit as hard as I can. But
Yeah.
it just doesn't go anywhere.
Have you two actually played like golf, like an actual hole where like you drive and then you try to, you know, an actual putt?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
And I just was thinking about, I fucking love golf movies, like movies about golf. I
Caddyshack
don't know why I
and-
love them.
Let's name every
Happy
golf
Gilmore.
movie.
It's like I see just two of them.
Legend
Happy
of
Gilmore.
Bagger Vance,
Tin Cup.
and then The Greatest Game Ever Played, with Shia LaBeouf.
LeBeau.
Yeah, LaBeouf.
Shia LeBeau.
But yeah, that I actually really like that movie. But yeah, it's just interesting. I never played golf, never really was interested in it, but love golf movies.
I've
Because it's like
only
this-
seen Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack. That's literally
Happy
the only two
Gilmore,
I've seen
yeah.
in my life.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, right? I guess Happy Gilmore is considered right, like a golf movie.
Oh,
but
don't
it's
start,
it's like a
Rob.
golf-
Don't
I
talk
mean,
crazy.
I love
Just
that
'cause
movie. I love that movie.
It's a
but
golf
yeah.
hockey movie.
Yeah,
It is a rare hybrid.
But I think
It's
it leans
true.
more into the golf aspect of it because like he only does the hockey for like what the beginning 20 minutes of
True.
the movie and the rest of it is him
But
trying
he,
to get
he
the
does
green
use a
jacket.
hockey stick putter.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I like it for the senior
Chugs me.
abuse. I find
For the
that's
what?
The senior abuse. The,
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
Well,
nurs-
actually,
the nursing home.
Oh, I thought you meant when
Terror.
he fights Bob Barker and Bob Barker kicks his ass. But they kind of make up for it, right?
Senior abused him, I
Yeah.
guess, in that way.
Senior
can take a warm
abuse.
glass
Senior
and shut the
abuse.
hell up.
Yeah, senior abuse and senior abuse. You know, it's both ways. Isn't that like Ben Stiller's yelling at her?
yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I'm a Stiller stan, so just bound to be that way.
Both Stillers.
Jerry and Ben and is there another
Jerry,
Stiller?
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
No.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
When did he die?
Last year or 2 years ago.
Was it last year? I thought it was more than that.
It could
Yeah.
be. Could be.
Croak on a golf course or?
He get hit with a driver, yeah.
His driver
funny.
hit him.
His driver hit
Yeah.
him.
It was-
It was Ben.
yeah.
It's at least funny. I mean,
He wanted to
what
get
is-
that inheritance money. You know?
I'm sure he's worried about that. Yeah.
Back to money.
Back to money. No,
And now
thank
we're
you.
back. And now
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Thank you.
Money.
Austin, you said you were working on your golf swing over the summer. Did you find that your overall net worth was going up as you played? Like,
Not quite, because my swing did not increase very much. It got slightly straighter, but not very far in comparison.
that'd be a hell of a training app though, where like you pay $1,000 and then they use your like Apple Watch to see whether you're going to be refunded part of that $1,000 due to athletic performance. Like if you're trying to get good at basketball, you give them $1,000
God.
January 1st on a year, and then I don't know, he just has to log 10,000 basketball calories.
That's genuinely a very good idea.
1,000 you get
Yeah.
part of your
You're
money
holding
back.
yourself accountable with $1,000. I mean, you could do
Yeah,
even
yeah.
more. You do. How about like it's a percentage of your net worth goes to it? You know, because it's like a parking ticket. You know,
Who,
where, like,
who are these people
Jerry
giving
Sein-
the money to? Because that sounds a bit like loan sharking to me.
You
It's
can
like-
kinda
Oh, because what if
You
they
know,
start
if you don't-
using that money for other shit? You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we
Should
got.
do
They're relying on people not achieving their goals.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
January
Yeah, yeah,
1st
yeah.
to the next January 1st, they keep the money. So you have a giant incentive, you know, to do it.
There is a goal setting thing like that I'm ripping off, to be honest, where you select an anti-charity, you put someplace you don't want.
My buddy was doing that. My buddy was doing that with like his
right.
bedtime. He's like, if I don't sleep before 10:30, I'm donating to that one mega church guy who looks like a fucking ghoul.
Oh, God.
Joel Osteen.
Other guy, older, like really, really old.
I don't know.
I forgot his name. Keith Ken. Oh boy.
Televangelist? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kenneth Cole. No, that's a underwear company, I believe. Or that's a textbook company. I don't know.
No.
But-
Kenneth Cole's
Let's just say it was Joel
Clothing
Osteen
company.
along the lines. It was the guy who was yelling at that one woman over the car. He's like, "You don't know," and he's got like deep sunken eyes because he's old. And it's
Oh,
like that's a.
God,
And he
that's
starts
scary.
smiling at her. He's like, "And God, will." You're like, "Holy shit!"
those guys, those mega pastors do have good wealth attraction, though, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
Jesus wants you to be prosperous.
And me
Jesus
too.
wants you to be wealthy.
I forget, there's like a documentary that talks about that and basically how this one church, mega church, was like stealing money from people, basically. But it's pretty fascinating. But it was like decked out. Like they had like
Yeah,
fucking
they're all decked
big
out.
flat screen TVs everywhere. And it's
In-
like
in
what
Texas?
the hell? And like yeah,
a lot of real estate down in
slushy
Texas.
machines and shit like that.
The water slide,
Yeah.
It's funny they use
Top
that.
golf.
indoor top golf.
Bunch of callbacks. Yeah.
It's great though to use like flat screen TVs as a way to impress Americans because of
Oh,
course
yeah,
it's
we
the most
love it.
impressive thing.
Yeah.
But
Even
another
me, I see a nice flat screen. I'm like, God damn. Like,
Yeah. Like
that's-
now they have the
yeah.
LEDs now, OLEDs. It's shiny. You know, the blacks are so deep because the pixels are off. You're like,
Right, right.
ooh.
What are we gonna do though? Because TVs are famously getting cheaper than anything. Like
Yeah.
the deflation on a television panel
Yeah.
is higher than any product. How are we gonna impress people in the future?
I think it's going to be the thinner the TV gets until it's basically not there
In-home
anymore.
actors, real people acting out scenes.
That's good.
Paul,
That's good, yeah.
Paul Giamatti's in your walls. And this time it's not the schizophrenia.
Anybody do a Paul Giamatti? No,
Not at all.
That's yeah.
I haven't. I don't have anything.
That makes a lot of sense to me though. I mean, like having a pool in your backyard is cool, but how about like an amphitheater?
Yeah.
Like concrete stones just ascending into the sky.
Perfect acoustics.
Everyone can, yeah, exactly. Everyone
And
can
everyone's
sit around.
flexing on acoustics now. They're carrying around those Zoom recorders, and they're like, a little flat, and you know this range. You know, they're like talking shit to each other. You know, that's the only way you have to compare it at that point.
It'd be yeah. They could do that. They could put a driving range at the top.
The Johnston's
integrate
amphitheater is
that.
made out of bricks. Ours is concrete. You know, it's like they have a lot more reflections than we do. I hear their voices twice.
Be able to use them for chip shots. But Rob, you think would you ever get an in-home actor if you were wealthy enough? Do you feel like what performance would you put on? Would you start with a movie? Would you start with a play? Kind of keep it old school.
You know, no, I think it might be like I would tell them these are all my favorite scenes from these movies. It'd have to be monologues.
You
or
do a
something. I wouldn't be
medley?
able to afford more than one actor.
I would do that
I
one.
wouldn't pay for yeah.
Even in your
like-
dream wealthy scenario,
I'm like,
it's one-
be Tony Soprano berating Christopher.
Oh my
To be-
God.
Yeah.
I'll do that for free, Rob. I'll walk around your house. I got nothing going on. I'll just show up.
Yeah.
Can you give us Tony yelling at a contractor about the cement they used in his amphitheater?
They're using the fucking powder from fucking Rome. It's a fucking self-healing concrete. I don't fucking want any of that. I want it to be maintained every 5 fucking years. It's too much of fucking ass, Christopher. You drive me fucking crazy.
Oh my God. When I saw the Many Saints of Newark in the beginning scene where he's like, yeah, he's the guy who killed me, right? Talking about Tony Soprano. I was like, what the fuck? He does? I forgot that he, you know, And then I think you told me, he's like, yeah, he chokes him to death. And in my head, I was like, oh, did he choke him? I completely forgot about that
For
scene.
what? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sopranos
Yeah,
spoiler.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I mean, we all know.
Well, you didn't
It's
say
been
which
20
character
years.
died. You didn't say which character died. And if you
True,
didn't hear, don't
true.
rewind.
True.
One of the characters may or may not sleep with an aquatic animal. I'm not going to say which one.
Plural.
Multiple aquatic
Aquatic
animals.
animals, yeah.
Might have got a new pair of shoes.
I
while he
mean,
was at
come
it.
on. If your viewers haven't seen that yet.
No, that's insane. I'm sorry.
But there's been a
I'm not saying
there
this is
has
gonna
been a
make them watch it,
resurgence.
You know what I mean?
There has been a resurgence in it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I watched it for the first time last year. And same with my
Yeah.
brother. Same with... That's all I can think of. Me and my
No,
brother.
I made my fiance watch it.
Before you took her hand in marriage? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did.
You're like, will you accept this gabagool?
I proposed as a mob boss. Yeah.
You gave her a ring of gabagool. You held it up to her.
I wish I could do the voice, but
It's the only one I got. It's the one solid
It's
one.
not the only one you got. We know that for damn sure.
you
That's
could
not
do.
the only
I
voice
bet you
got.
could do. Wow. Why am I forgetting his name?
Jim Jeffries.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah.
Talking about golf.
Silvio.
Which one's Silvio? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Don't. Is it just like kind of... It's
Well, I
like,
bet you could do it if you
If I
listened to
heard
and
it, if I
practice
heard
it.
it,
You
yeah.
could do it. You could do it. Yeah. It's not that
Sounds
far
like
off,
you
right?
want to do Silvio, right?
yeah.
I would love to.
I would love for you to do Silvio.
Mainly because of physically, I feel he's just like kind of like always
Yeah.
like a little.
It's
he-
kinda
he-
like an-
he
it's-
looks oddly relaxed, but his shoulders are always very high up. You know,
He's
what I
had
mean?
40 years holding the Telecaster.
Yeah. He's in Dave Matthews Band, right? Or
No, he's Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen. Okay, he's one of those guys. What is it? He looks like Robert De Niro. He's kind of got like the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. He does. He does.
It's like tuned down though. He's
Yeah,
like deeper. Though. He's not so much like...
He's a drop D sourpuss.
Yeah.
What is it? I have nipples. Would you milk me? You know the fucking Ben Stiller. Drop D sourpuss in B minor.
I want to point out though that from now on, to all young people, Bruce Springsteen and Dave Matthews are the same person. I do want to point out
Honestly,
that is actually so funny.
yeah.
I totally can see
Well, because
that.
it's like what Max Weinberg played with both of them, I think, or someone. The overlap.
You're right. I think
Did he?
I think so.
No.
I think.
Oh no, he didn't. Yeah,
See,
sorry,
it's
sorry,
not
sorry.
generational. Huh?
Dave
Look at
Matthews'
that.
band is all black.
Wop, wop,
It
wop.
wasn't Max Weinberg.
Except
He
for
should have
Matthews,
took a
yeah.
guest spot. That would have been fun.
Yeah, I do not. I dislike both of them pretty heavily. Oh, Bruce Springsteen, I'm not a big fan of at all, and Dave Matthews, I'm pretty indifferent about.
Well, it makes sense. Bruce is the boss, and you're the boss, being Tony.
I mean, a fucking boss, you know. There can only be one fucking boss at a time.
Bruce Springsteen is older than Dave Matthews, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Dave
by
Matthews is
quite
like what 50, 40? No, 50.
He's got to be nearing 60.
I mean, Bruce
right?
Springsteen's like what,
he
112? He's an
He's
ancient.
in his 70s, right? Bruce Springsteen?
See, I'm confused now. I was Chicago, and so I always think of Dave Matthews shitting off of the downtown Chicago.
He did it
bridge.
himself. 600 pounds of shit.
Do you know this story?
Oh,
No.
really?
Dave Matthews
No.
Band,
Yeah.
they were leaving town, and their tour bus dropped their Duke. They're like van tour bus.
Oh my
Dookie
God.
ball into the Chicago River from one of the
Wow.
major bridges.
It was also
tracks.
as
That
a tour
tracks.
guide was going underneath. By the way, it coated a boat.
It coated a boat.
They hit a
that's
boat.
right.
They hit a boat as it was going underneath. Because
Oh
like,
my God. Wow.
so as you'll see, that's Dave. You know, and then
So I'm confused because I feel like he has less bowel control, which would make him older. But I think the boss.
I think it
actually is,
happened in, like,
fact, older.
2009.
No, it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was forever ago.
That's wild.
that's
man.
hysterical. That's so unfortunate. That is
Wait,
like-
it happened in 2009? I think
I
it
don't
happened
know.
in the 90s. Like,
Maybe
what the
it happened
fuck?
in the 90s.
Is it crazy?
I could be
Jesus.
way wrong.
That's insane.
You know, it would have been better if it happened in the 90s because they would have had like less money. It'd been like, oh, those crazy kids touring.
Yeah,
But they were
yeah,
like
yeah.
probably in like 13 buses.
Yeah,
They probably all had their own bus
Uh-huh.
at that
Maybe it was just multiple buses, and as it was happening, you know, it just happened to be one of them because that's crazy timing. Of like a very
Wait,
very
sorry,
risky thing. Like
you're-
we're gonna dump our shit in the river, and then also a tour guide goes
Right.
underneath. It had to have been like the third bus or something.
Or someone was passing the driver one of the joints or something.
Yeah, we gotta dump
He's
the
like trying
load.
to drive and
He tried to put it in
smoke
park and accidentally
Yeah.
He hit the other
tank
P button.
release.
There's two P's. One is park and one is poop shoot. And you're like, this one, right?
Why are they so close together?
There's two shifter knobs.
Got to redesign those things.
Yeah.
It's out of control.
That's crazy. I can't believe. Maybe I did hear that and forgot about it. I was like, whatever. The Chicago River sucks anyway. But like, yeah.
Well, we got to get the PR out about it. I think people need to hear it again. This is what
Public relations.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what this show's.
I'm sorry. Womp womp on that one. Big fucking trombone on that one. That one sucked. Thank you though. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, it's okay. You wanted to give a little scat humor in there.
Just scatting around.
Just
We should each do
Speaking of
another-
Dave Matthews,
we should
probably.
eat-
I'm pretty sure there's a song where Dave Matthews fucking scats for a while, right? I'm almost positive I heard one where he was doing like,
like
bop bop.
every
scooby-doo.
song is like
his
that,
singing
no?
is just like scatting.
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
He's like, I heard the jazz and I wanted to do that. You know, I don't know Dave Matthews' impression. I don't know what he sounds like.
It just feels like he should be scatting 24/7.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier we were playing together, playing some music.
Hell yeah.
We haven't ventured into the vocal domain yet.
We have
Obviously, you want to get
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah,
30, 40 scat songs in there. Just
for sure.
Yeah.
make it funny right off the bat. Get the tough stuff out of the way. Just by making everything a fucking joke.
Yeah.
But then after that, I feel like it could be some fun.
We did some vocals in. I guess we didn't release that, but some attachment rock stuff.
Yeah,
we got
we
some
did
vocals
it.
in there.
That's right.
What? Technically, that's released, right?
Yeah, that's
out there.
That's somewhere
Yeah.
in the deep of the catacombs.
I was just listening to those again.
Really?
I like those a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I really dug those a lot.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's a fun COVID project.
Little
Yeah.
CVID project.
Nice to be together again. Actually, be able to rock a song into a microphone. We can start setting up mics. We'll see if we sound like Dave Matthews, if we sound like Bruce Springsteen.
We could always just leave it muted too. It's like you'll see one of us lean in, and then it's just like, and you just hear everything else but that. It's like, oh, that wasn't a good take.
Do you think there could be a genre of music like it's just like a jam band, just like the way we play now? But like when you're really at like a high part of a guitar solo, you can start like grunting like Tony into the mic. Like you can start using.
I thought you were going to
almost
say
like-
something else. I love that though. That's way better what my brain went. My brain was saying like simulating band malfunctions, where like it's like the genre is a music video of a whole band going, and then the lead singer going up, and then I really gonna be loud, but like the lead singer going up, and then it not playing, like it not working. Like it's a genre of
They're
music.
clearly like
Yeah, where it's like,
straining so hard. Yeah.
and it's just not, you're not hearing the vocals at all, like simulating like
Reverse screamo
We could
or
try some
oppo
bits.
screamo, right?
We can try some bits like that. Where
like
we
you're like, oh,
always-
he was singing, and it's like, where's the audio?
Just call it mute rock. Yeah.
Yeah,
always have
Shitty
mics
sound
set
for it,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like we'll sing into them hard, but you won't hear a damn thing.
It's called
you won't hear a damn thing in those mics.
it's called bad sound tech.
Yeah, we should definitely set up some mics and try something out. You know what I mean? Honestly, playing with Freddie was just like hearing him sing. I was
Mercury,
like,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's still alive.
Yeah, he goes by
Surprised us,
Fred
yeah.
now.
He goes by Fred with two D's.
He doesn't like being called Freddie. No, but like hearing him sing, I was like, oh, interesting. He really goes for it, and it's like, like I don't know. I liked it. You know what I mean?
Passion's a
I
big
wouldn't be
thing for
opposed. I could
singing.
use some like actual practice and singing and live
Yeah,
singing. I
for
think if all
sure.
three of us do, that'd be really fun too.
Yeah. I always say this, but I think obviously it'd be cool to like, or for me personally, easiest if like the lyrics are written out, or for example, doing renditions of songs where like, or just
Yeah.
even taking the lyrics of a song that already exists and just singing that to what we're playing. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
to me would be easier because I feel like when we do karaoke, like I could do a song that I have no idea what it is, right, and still sing in key. Like it's not great, but like
And you're
I'm
saying
still
this
singing in key.
without 4 beers in your system. You're like,
Yeah.
I can sing a song I've never heard before in the same key and whatever.
Well, I'm gonna change Thirsty Thursday to Tuesday. So that's
Gotcha. So now we're having a nice overlap. Right?
Yeah.
No, but I was just impressed that your karaoke, your courage was such that sober, you're like, I'll sing a song I've never sang before.
Yeah.
I've never heard
That-
before.
You're right.
That almost is a quote from someone who's had 5
While
beers.
golfing.
Yeah. I'll do a jumping jack while I'm at it.
No, but yeah, I think that would be something fun to try. But,
It's inevitability.
Yeah.
feel like.
I mean, I'm kind of doing that already. Not really, but like what was I doing that? So fresh and so clean.
Right,
Like if I'm already
right.
doing licks within the jams as we're going because we're picking keys, like that would be perfect. Just like
Right.
for
Yeah,
like
yeah,
1 second
exactly.
pulling
Yeah,
out
yeah,
the
yeah.
riff. And
Uh-huh.
then that'd be kind of fun.
yeah.
that would work.
Or I think too for me, it's just like hard to like, imagine my voice as an instrument. You know what I mean? Like I still haven't really linked that. Like your voice is just another instrument. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like it's all the same notes. that
I
we're
don't
trying to
believe
play
you
and sing.
because you do great impressions.
So yeah, but, I know, but it's just like a weird thing, or like remember when we first started playing and like I was like trying to play bass, remember, and then I hurt my thumb, and I just felt like I was having a hard time being like, I don't think I sound good with you two, you know what I mean? And then when I played on the keyboard, I was like, let me just keep it simple, and then it finally clicked, you know, which is that's just all I needed. Like, keep it simple, and then you can be a little extra at certain points, you know what I mean? Or like but yeah, it's such a simple concept, but like sometimes for me, it just, I don't know, I need to experience it for it to like click. Like I could tell myself the same thing over and over, but
You got to
I
make
think
that
it's
neural
just-
pathway happen.
Yeah, you know,
I think
it's
that's
like-
it.
Yeah.
Make it
Awaken.
unconscious.
Yeah,
The awakening. Rob's awakening.
to awaken my voice.
Earth will tremor as Rob's awakening shakes the core of the tri-state area.
We should do that. Do covers, but like you do it as Tony Soprano. You
Oh
know?
my god! I'm a fool to do your dirty work. And that was in the show. That's like I watch that on a daily basis. I watch that all the time. He's like hitting his hand on the car. Nothing like Tony Soprano singing.
Boardwalk.
We should do a full length album. We should do a full length album with Tony Soprano singing shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's way out of his range though. That's the part.
We could
Or should
try
it be like
different
Tony
versions.
Soprano as Frank Sinatra? You know what I mean?
What? Because he's Italian.
Fly me to. Nah,
'Cause he's
that's
in the
too much. That's
mafia.
Why can't he be Dave
Nah, I'm
Matthews?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, I wish I knew. I don't.
Do a
zero
scat.
time.
Just scat as Tony Soprano.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Fucking Christopher. Scoop up, up, a do it up, up. A do it up, do it up, do it up, up. Yeah, that's
good.
so dumb.
That's
the
funny.
dumbest shit I've ever done.
Oh, my
Tony
God.
Scatprano.
That's great. Yeah.
Tony Scatprano.
You know, if Soprano did put out a
Tony
Christmas
Soprano.
album, and he was like scatting.
He's got a good voice though.
he
I'm
had
almost
glasses,
positive he's got like a
scotch.
big, deep voice.
Yeah.
he could
Yeah, yeah.
probably sing when he was
Yeah. What do they
I don't
call
want to
it?
spoil it, but he plays another character in that
What's
show.
the word that refers to people with a crooner or whatever?
A
right?
crooner.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I hope I didn't say something bad.
No, that's,
No.
It sounds like a very.
does.
In a few years, it probably will.
He's a
be
fucking
honest.
crooner. What do you want me to tell you? He's a fucking crooner.
But imagine like the
He's a
sloppy
rat
Santa
crooner.
outfit. You know, he's got the beard on, but it's like pulled down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
holding.
It's
the
a
mic,
little
he's
yellow.
holding
It's
his
like yellow
scotch.
from like I was gonna say like rum from scotch. And he's like,
that's funny.
you know, thing.
Oh God. Rest
We
in
just
peace.
came up with a
Rest in
sketch
peace.
idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
It's trademarked. We you know, it's gonna be on. No one
We
can steal
could
it.
we could do that for the holidays. We could like live stream, and you just dressed up as Tony Soprano scatting, and we're like your backing band.
I would fucking kill to do that. I have a suit coat that's a Santa. I don't want to spoil anything. You know.
Don't say it. No one's gonna hear this shit.
Yeah,
What's the premise?
but it's a red coat that says ho 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 on it everywhere, and it's like a nice. I
yeah.
think I fit back into it now because I didn't before, but now I
nice.
do. I see. I think my brother stole it from me, but I'll have to take it back from him. But
It'd be good if we could put you in like holiday layers. So like as the show progresses, you could like keep taking.
Oh, I like that idea,
Pop
yeah.
it on the mic stand
to the point
you know,
where it's
use
like
it as a coat rack.
a dirty, you know, what do they call it? Tank top now.
Oh yeah, you have to end.
I had like
Right.
I had 3 different names in my
Went
head.
through 3 of them before. Yeah.
the thin
Yeah.
WB,
The
and then D,
yeah.
DT, and then you know we went with tank top.
Oddly,
Can we
I
actually
think
talk
wife
about that
beater
for a
is
second?
Better than
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
which one.
what would be a DT?
The last word is
Dago
T.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I
Pardon.
can say it.
You can't be
Diego-
racist to
Diego
Italians,
T?
isn't that true? I thought that's a new thing. That's a new update now with the
What, you can't be racist
to
towards
Italians. I don't think. I think that's a thing.
It's just funny.
The time is slowly and
Yeah.
slowly
It-
like
the incursion. I don't
soon
know.
you won't be able to, but that is the thing, right?
Yeah.
People make fun of Italians all the time.
Yeah.
Irish, Italian. Yeah, there's a couple ones.
So far, those are the
still.
2 safe ones. For
It's
now.
because the mob allows it. Like,
Yeah.
let's keep them
Like-
thinking they can make fun of us. That way
Yeah.
we're not want to be in the shadows.
Yeah.
You got to do PR for the mob, man. You keep coming up with these great
Yeah.
ideas for the mob. It's like you gonna be on their marketing team. Well, great freaking music ideas. I think that's a moneymaker too.
Yeah.
To combine
Yeah, yeah.
the two, music and money.
That's
It's
so
a soprano scatting live
Soprano
stream.
scatting, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think what other. Yeah.
And you could play an instrument too. So maybe like you get on bass, and then Rob can come in as Silvio and do his Silvio thing.
Oh, that'd be so good. Rob's like,
out.
It's just, I'm sure I could get down the physical.
Shoulders up to here.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you would just have to be physical, or you could do a quote like, yeah, don't, you know, you leave
Man.
it, throw it in my direct, you know.
Should
yeah.
I dress the way he dresses as in Bruce Springsteen's band, or should I just do the
head wrap?
Yeah.
Or you wear the
shit.
big giant wig that he's got.
No, you're right. The backing bandage should be Silvio in Springsteen's band.
Who else who would you want to be? Christopher? But
Christopher playing drums is pretty funny.
Yeah.
If I could be like, cigarette out of my mouth.
or you can wear like a fat suit and be Bobby Bobby
Bacala.
Yeah,
Just because of the
yeah.
height, you know
Oh,
what I
no,
mean?
no, I'll be Janice. I'll have like the curly hair.
Oh, that's
flopping around.
amazing. That's amazing.
I'll have like the
Yes.
the tit tattoo.
The heart, yeah,
tattoo.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
That's great.
I'm very down for this.
Is it a heart? Is it a tongue? What the hell is it?
It's something.
I think isn't it like it looks like a biker tattoo?
Is it a
right?
Rolling
Like,
Stones
that They
tattoo?
would get like
Yeah.
mom with the banner across.
Yeah.
It's something like that. It doesn't say mom, right? But like, yeah.
If you keep taking off outfits as Tony too, I'll keep revealing more breast tattoos as Janice. Like I'll have like V slivers that keep coming off on the shirt, so the V gets
Velcro.
deeper and deeper.
It's like tape, pieces
Yeah,
of tape
yeah.
that you just one by one unveil.
Sopranos Christmas coming
It's a
to you.
solid
Sopranos,
bold idea.
Sopranos
yeah.
Christmas.
Winter 2023.
We officially patent that idea right now. Yeah. Again, to make the money.
make that money. Looking forward to the cease and desist letter from
Oh,
Time Warner.
incessant. I can't wait for the video to get posted and then 1 minute instantly
Yeah,
by
yeah,
AI
yeah,
taken
yeah.
down.
All right, let me ask you guys about some money questions though, because I did tease that.
Cool.
We're getting kind of close to the end here, so I gotta make good on my promise.
Okay.
Can you give me? Let's start with maybe something small, something you spent under $100 on that added to your life. So not an expensive purchase. Maybe between last Christmas and this calendar year,
Less than
something you spent
$100.
just a small amount of coin on that you found really added to your life.
I don't even think I can say anything.
It's
Like,
illegal.
all the shit that I buy is like not
Cocaine. Cocaine is.
Houses.
It was a little bit of cocaine.
Well, under $100 is what I'm saying. You know, like
Under 1,000.
I don't know. I mean,
Any small purchase. How about this? At any period in time. What's an inexpensive thing you guys have bought?
Off the top of my head now, it's a pick holder.
you
that
think
holds
that's
picks
inexpensive at that?
that
sorry,
sticks
go ahead.
to tables, or it has an adhesive on the back, and it can hold like 7 or 8 guitar picks. It's in one spot all the time. I always know where guitar picks are because I always refill it. That's the first thing that came to my head. I mean, I wish I had one that wasn't related
that's
to
good.
music. As corny as that, but
No,
like,
I almost
holster.
said a music thing too when I bought that sampler because we got to do the karaoke party with it. You know,
oh yeah,
that was really fun.
It was in Akai, right? MPC?
Yeah.
you could say 1/10 of
NBC
it, right?
Live.
You could say 1/10 of this sampler, 10 times over. That's under $100 right there.
Right. But if we're speaking, 1,000, yeah.
Mine's going to be this timer. Helped us get through.
Oh,
40
now you reveal the
minutes.
time, so if you cut anything, people will know.
Oh, fuck them. Fuck them. They're going to know.
You
Just
change.
Photoshop the
I was
time,
gonna say
yeah, yeah.
you change the fucking timer. It's counting up perfectly. That's funny.
That's cheap. No, it's cheap. I shouldn't
Just blur
use
it
a
out.
timer.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like say all the things in the room, different things in the room.
A coffee mug.
Different money question. Different money question. What's something you want to do with money?
Wait,
in the
you
future?
didn't give your answer?
I was
Oh.
giving both. I said like the
Something.
timer.
He said the timer. He said the timer.
Give an
Okay,
actual
I'll give a
answer.
real answer. I'll give a real
Like
answer.
fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I just had a Diwali party.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a Diwali party.
Very fun
and
time.
It's a good time.
Very good time.
It was a good time.
Cutting the rug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was fun to cut the rug. I'm trying to think I should pick. Okay, so I bought rice like flour that's colored to make like a mandala in front of the house, like a decoration.
Oh
that
yeah.
was
When you were
on the-
walking in over
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
I almost
yeah.
knocked it over.
This was a few dollars for like the stencil that has like the different shapes and patterns in it that
Cool.
you put down on the ground. You use this like rice powder. It's like colored like purple, pink, yellow, vibrant colors. You lift it up. There you go.
Nice.
So like a profesh.
It was
Chalk
nice
house
lights.
to
really-
walk in
yeah.
and see that. Yeah, that was cool.
That was refreshing.
Yeah.
The word I would use is refreshing.
Also, a quick question about that. When you came, did you knock on the door to come in?
Someone was already opening the door as I walked in.
Got you.
I like slid in. Me and Matt slid right in. We're like, hey buddy, hey.
I just feel so comfortable at your place. I just opened the
I
door
wanted to
and
go to
came
the back door. I wanted to go like with the way I usually go.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, party rules are like that. There's a party. If you can hear the
Sure.
party, I would say through the door. I think you're allowed to just enter.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a solid folk way, as a psychologist would say.
But no, I feel like you're the only person that I do that with. You know what I mean? Like if I go to another party, even if it's like another good friend, I usually
Yeah,
knock. You know.
or you text. But also, if the party's too loud.
Well,
no one's
also
gonna
I
hear you.
think because mostly in my head, like I lock doors all the time. So at my house, like doors are always locked all the time. Even if I am having a party, I'm still locking that shit because I don't want,
That's
party
true.
crashers or whatever.
Yeah.
But I knew you were gonna have that door unlocked, so I was like, let's go for it. Like, here we go.
Well, I made that mistake before and I broke his door, so I didn't.
Oh shit!
That was me. I think it was me unlocking it. I don't know what I did, but it was like the top
remember.
lock was locked, and I just remember
Oh, right,
I was letting
right,
in
right.
one of. I can't remember who was letting in, but I just broke the door and I was like, oh my god, I feel like an idiot.
No, my door just
I
had
feel like a chimp.
one too many locks. I think those are my doors.
Too many cooks, too many locks.
Well, what's something you want to do in the future with money in any capacity? It could be spending money, investing money. Could be.
I would say monetize my passions. That's huge. That's the main thing right now is trying to find out how I can make songwriting and producing something that makes even a small amount of cash. I've heard sync licensing is really good with that, where it's like letting companies borrow your song for like a year for their production, and then they give it back to you, so you can like keep sending it in and
That's
out.
cool.
And just selling songs, making songs for that specific purpose of like this is gonna be the most,
Nice.
you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
put some pressure off of like solo projects.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's
great.
cool.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
that's the first thing that comes to mind, and also investing wisely, of course,
Right.
which is a very, you know,
No, you don't have to give
vanilla
like,
non-statement.
No, you don't
but
have to give like the.
Well, no, I mean, I was gonna
sounding
say.
smart answer. Like
Yeah.
real shit is better, in my opinion.
I was just gonna say, you know, like because of the house, like it's just like, I always get that feeling. I'm like, damn, I need to save more money now. You know what I mean? Or like I need a legitimate like savings. So that is the first thing that pops into my mind. Like, I want to start being better about saving money. You know, and like that's why like when you said like, what's the thing you bought under $100? That and I've really been trying like not to spend money. You know, so I'm just like. Grubhub the other day, you know, or something like that, like
Yeah.
the once a month that I order Grubhub now, you know. But like, yeah, just really want to try and save money and be at a point where like I can look at my savings and be like, all right, I'm good, you know. Like if I lost my job today, like we'd be all right for, you know, at least a few months.
yeah,
That'd be solid.
yeah.
Do you are you thinking in terms of like a percentage of what you make or like a dollar amount? Like what's the current?
Yeah, I
thought
think it would be
process?
percentage, you know. I feel like I don't know. That's to me feels like the better thing to do instead of just a dollar amount. But I don't know.
It might be the better. I
guess you know.
both are useful as long as you implement them, right? Or-
Yeah, for sure. But maybe it would be better just to look at like what are all my bills and mortgages, right, and base it off of that. You know what I mean? And then, just you know, too, I tend to like if I want something like, and I think it's a small enough amount, I'm like, oh, of course I'm gonna buy that, you know. But of course, that shit adds up like over time.
Oh, you're
like,
not talking about coke anymore? I'm done here. Talking about smart money. P.U. I don't know. No, that's very reasonable. Can I also change my answer? The
Well, I
one
was
from
going to give
earlier?
you bonus points because you added music and money, so you gave a great
Oh
answer.
shit! Oh shit!
No, but of course,
it's like
change your
Pee Wee's
answer.
Playhouse where things are gonna explode. They go woo. The mic's open. A massage. It was $80.
Oh, cool.
I got a massage and it was like
Nice.
amazing. I haven't had one in a while, and I forget like you feel like 80 pounds lighter afterwards because your shoulders don't have like infinite amount of tension from just
Right,
I don't know
right.
being at a desk all day or not stretching. You know,
Yeah.
I'm almost positive the last time I was on a podcast I talked about stretching. I would put money on it. I'm almost positive. We'll see how good my memory is. I'll check that later.
That's good though. I like a massage. It could like, you know, people talk about getting to a new position in life. Like massage literally puts you in a new position. Like
Yeah.
kind of show you things with your own body. Like, hey, did you know your body has a knot here? or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
Like
I
it's like
find
oh,
those
Just
all
got
the
me
time.
realizing, yeah. What's
oh, I
tight
forgot
about
about the parts I got in the back. I'm looking at all the front parts. I keep forgetting about the back parts.
Little
Yeah.
bit of a tight squeeze, you know. Had to pull that one up.
Massage is good.
Oh, yeah.
Massage is damn good. I'm going to change my answer too. I'm just going to keep having these updated answers.
Sorry, you know what's funny about that? I think I told you this, but like I got a massage when we were in New Mexico, and it was not that enjoyable, to be honest. And I think because stupid, like at one point I was like, oh my god, I feel like I have to pass gas, you know, and I'm like, I can't do that in
yeah.
here. And then also like it felt really good when they were doing like the parts that really needed it, but then other parts I'm like, yeah, I guess that feels okay, but like I wish they would just fucking really go to town on my shoulders and upper back, you know, and like, but
Not my
I
colon
think if I'm-
area.
They had
I think-
Not my
slips there.
colon.
I think if I'm more assertive, you know, I would enjoy it way more, you know, just be like, yeah, just focus up here and like let me chillax there and like, yeah, but
Even for those purchases though, yeah, it is hard to like get used to getting what you want out of it.
Yeah. You got to practice.
Being
like with
specific, but
anything
too,
else,
like,
you know?
like knowing what is going to need the most attention. That sucks,
Yeah.
though, like buying something and then, like, realizing it's up to you to decide where you're the most tight. It's like, I don't
But
really...
yeah, but is it like one of those things where like a tattoo artist, you know, they feel offended if you come in and be like, this is exactly what I want, you know? There's a masseuse, like,
Yeah.
like, I'm an artist, okay?
I am an artista de mosqueros.
I'll
Yeah,
decide what you need, yeah.
Stretching out.
I don't care if you're gassy. I'm still gonna rub your ass cheeks. Okay, I'm sorry.
Like
It's just
paddling
bound to
my
happen.
I've seen a
do
bunch of
great
those.
food thing.
I've seen a bunch of those reels on or TikToks or whatever, but like of tattoo artists doing like jokes about like people coming in and getting certain tattoos, and they're like, "Are you sure you want mom to face towards you?" You know, and the woman's like, "Yeah, I just want like people just being very snarky, or the tattoo artists being very snarky." All the comments are like, they came in to like get a tattoo. If they like it or hate it, it really doesn't like. You can provide your professional opinion, but you have to be like snarky about it the entire time.
Yeah.
100%. I bet you it's just due to like the Instagram influencer syndrome. Like they just need content to talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, I can shoot a video of the tattoo being done, the customer being happy. Maybe I can shoot one before and after of me making fun of them.
No, yeah,
with their
because it's like a
tattoo choice.
sketch
Yep.
too. But I know it's just like also people fishing for like. I've seen people fishing for hate, like very clearly doing like satire, but like hoping that there's a large population that don't get that it's satire, like people doing like cringeworthy stuff,
yeah.
and they're like, I don't know, leaning into people being like, oh, this person pisses me off, and it's like, well, they're joking,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
they're like, I don't know,
You do get more play that one.
like a filter, you know.
Yeah. You're always going to get people who are like, oh, you're such an asshole, or whatever. Like you said, not realizing that they're just being silly.
Oh yeah, it's happened to me
Yeah.
twice before. Someone actually fooled me. I thought this person was, I can't remember what they were doing, but I was like genuinely surprised once I found out like, oh, this was a satire. Like it was perfect. Like they just matched like a perfect mannerism of someone who would be doing something like that. I'm not specific because I don't remember what it is, but I just remember being completely fooled. I usually have a good gauge on that, and I was like, I got me, you know.
Get you at any age whatsoever. You brought up your music syncing desire earlier for getting a
Yes.
sync song. I just want to let you know I'm having this Sopranos scatting thing coming up. So if you have any like backing songs,
Oh, I've heard about
for-
that. I heard about that. I'll dig through the
Tony.
archive.
That Tony could like loosely with a scotch in his hand scat around. I think that would.
I think
that
Santa
would make
Baby.
some
I
money.
think Santa Baby is one that he'll.
Santa Baby. You also did him doing dirty work. I would just like Tony doing like every Steely Dan song.
Oh my
You know
God!
what
Like
I mean, just like we're doing him doing Christmas albums. So why not just like him doing a cover album of a band you like? You know?
what would be a good Steely Dan song? I think what is it? Deacon Blues. That the name?
That'd be
Yeah.
funny.
Deacon-
Peg is obviously one
Peg-
that comes
Peg's a
to
good
mind
one.
because it's got the high register and he'd be like Peg.
I don't know how the.
Not
how-
familiar. I got to listen to more
It's Michael
Steely
McDonald,
Dan.
so it's cheating.
Oh my God!
Oh.
I think I hit the money questions all right. Thank you for being honest. I'm going to switch my answer quickly. Something I bought that wasn't extremely expensive. Maybe it's outing that I didn't spend a lot of money on. But an engagement ring. I got an engagement ring because I got engaged.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
And
congratulations.
so anything, thank
man.
you. So
We've said it. We've said it
Yeah,
already.
we already-
We
yeah,
definitely have said it
No,
already.
this is my way of letting them know.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
telling them for the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time. But I feel like that's something that's like, oh, it's indicative of something much more valuable than what the.
And it was under
the
$100,
monetary
right?
Was.
Because that was the original.
I think I switched it to one of the other denominations now.
I thought it was so funny on one of our recent videos. I checked the comments, and I think, it's going to be like, oh, sounds great, blah, blah, blah. The first comment was like, congrats on your engagement. Like, nothing at all to do with the video. Just like,
loved it.
Hey, it's social media.
Yeah, no,
It's
but
just how it
was
is.
funny. I was like, oh, hey.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Well, we did it, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're right at an hour. I'm going to try to keep it that
Cool.
way. I'll have to ask you more about music next time.
Succinct.
Sounds
Oh, we were
good,
just
man.
about to get into some crazy stuff. Be sure to
Yeah.
tune in, like, comment,
Part two
subscribe.
coming
I'll say it so
soon.
he doesn't have to plug it, but
Please.
hit that fucking bell icon, please.
Please hit
And
the
what?
bell.
Yeah, smash
I
that
hate
like button. It's
smash
got to be
the
all
bell.
verbs. Smash that like button.
And if you play golf, comments. Where should we hit the link?
Drive it in
Yep.
the comments.
Hit the
Drive those
links.
questions.
Until next time. Goodbye.